On a morning in May 2010, residents of the G4 Trung Yen apartment complex in Cao Gia district, Hanoi, were stunned when a security guard discovered the headless body of a young woman on the rooftop. Even more horrifying, all 10 of the victims' fingertips had been severed. News of the gruesome discovery quickly spread, shaking the entire country. Who could commit such a brutal act? What was the motive behind this inhumane crime, cutting off the victims' fingers to hinder identification? Countless questions surrounded this shocking case, leaving the public both horrified and intrigued. Within just 24 hours, police arrested the prime suspect, Nguyen Duc Nia, a 26-year-old university graduate with a studious appearance and a background from one of Vietnam's top universities. When the truth was revealed, it left the nation staggered. Nia was the victim's ex-boyfriend, and he had turned her into a victim of his meticulously planned, perfect murder. Dubbed by the media as the Headless Killer, the Nguyen Duc Nia case was not just a shocking criminal story, it also exposed the dark side of criminal psychology in a modernizing society. From the crime scene to the courtroom, from societal factors to legal consequences, every aspect of the case was filled with twists and tragic lessons. What could turn an educated young man into a cold-blooded murderer? What did he calculate to cover his tracks? And how was justice ultimately served? Let's revisit the details of this sensational 2010 case to find the answers. This analysis aims to present real-life cases under a legal lens. We do not intend to defame or attack any individual, but rather to help readers understand legal concepts through actual events in a clear, accessible way. Many serious crimes in the 2010s, the headless body case shocked the nation in an unprecedented way. It was the first time in Hanoi's history that police encountered a crime scene where the perpetrator had intentionally removed the victim's fingerprints to obstruct identification. The cruelty of the act caused massive public outrage, highlighting the terrifying extent to which modern criminals could go. The case became front-page news and marked a turning point in public awareness of gruesome crimes in contemporary Vietnam. Many began to wonder, what is happening to the youth of our society? Is rapid economic development creating moral and psychological distortions? Born in 1984, Nguyen Duc Nia came from a modest working-class family in Hai Phong. He was a former student of a prestigious university in Hanoi. On the outside, he appeared mild-mannered, bespectacled, and scholarly, but behind this facade lay a deeply disturbed criminal psyche. In 2003, he had already been fined by police for intentional assault, an early sign of his violent tendencies. While in college, he entered a romantic relationship with Nguyen Phuong Linh, the eventual victim. What started as a sweet campus romance ended in late 2007. After graduating in 2008, Nia remained unemployed, drifted aimlessly, became addicted to online games, and racked up debts. His polished exterior masked a broken, unstable inner world, a fertile ground for criminal impulses. In early 2010, Nia began dating a new girlfriend, Hong Thi Yen, who temporarily returned to her hometown in Quang Ninh. She left him in charge of her apartment at Unit 1101 in G4 Trung Yen. Seeing an opportunity, Nia set a sinister plan into motion. He called his ex-girlfriend, Phuong Linh, inviting her over. His real intention, to kill her, steal her motorbike, laptop, and phone, and sell them to pay off debts. He planned to disguise the crime as a crime of passion, claiming he killed out of jealousy upon discovering she had a new boyfriend, hoping this story would earn him a lighter sentence. On the night of May 4, 2010, Lin arrived at the apartment. According to Nia's confession, they chatted and were even intimate. Around 9:30 p.m., as Lin stood before the mirror combing her hair, Nia stabbed her in the back, killing her instantly. He then dragged her body into the bathroom, undressed her, and decapitated her along with cutting off all 10 fingertips. These parts were wrapped in plastic. He carried the body to the 13th floor utility room and dumped it. He meticulously cleaned the crime scene, repainted stained walls, and sent fake text messages from Lin's phone to family and co-workers to buy himself more time. Early on May 5, Nia began disposing of evidence. He burned Lin's personal documents, dumped the murder weapon in her purse, and disguised her stolen motorbike with a new paint job and fake license plates. By 11 a.m., he packed the severed body parts and blood-stained clothes into a backpack and boarded a bus at My Dinh station toward Quang Ninh. Upon arrival, he coldly threw the plastic bags into the river near his new girlfriend's hometown. Then, as if nothing had happened, he went to pick up Yen and her grandmother to return to Hanoi. In the following days, he drifted from place to place, sleeping at internet cafes, still managing to meet Yen without her suspecting a thing. On May 17, 2010, nearly 2 weeks later, residents noticed a foul odor coming from the rooftop. Security guards investigated and were horrified to find a headless, decomposing female body. Police launched a full investigation. Despite Nia's efforts to erase evidence, faint blood stains, a stray hair, and fresh paint caught the attention of investigators. Quickly, all suspicion fell on Nguyen Duc Nia, the temporary tenant of Unit 1101. A nationwide arrest warrant was issued. On May 18, 2010, acting on a tip, police tracked Nia to a relative's house in Thanh Nguyen. He was arrested while sleeping. According to police, he remained calm and confessed immediately after being restrained. In court, Nia appeared cold and expressionless, recounting the crime in disturbing detail. His new girlfriend, Hong T. Yen, was also tried for failing to report a crime, but later received a suspended sentence. During the trial, Nia and Yen did not exchange a single glance. Only when given the chance for a final statement did Nia break down sobbing, apologizing to Lin's family and begging for forgiveness. The court sentenced him to death for murder and robbery. Nia's mother collapsed in grief at the announcement, while his father ran after him, trying to give last words through tears. Lin's family sat in silence as justice was delivered. Soon after, Nia filed an appeal, arguing that the crime was not barbaric as concluded, and begged for a reduction in his sentence. During the appellate trial, tragedy struck again. Nia's father died in a car accident on the way to visit him. Hearing the news, Nia collapsed in the courtroom, weeping inconsolably. His mother sobbed, "My husband is dead, my son will die, how can I go on?" Despite this, the appellate court held firm. The crime was exceptionally brutal, and there were no mitigating circumstances. The death sentence was upheld. In prison, Nia suffered from severe psychological distress, often claiming superiority over fellow inmates due to his education. At night, he couldn't sleep, haunted by the reality that he would be executed by lethal injection rather than firing squad. He wrote a letter to the president, pleading for clemency and expressing a wish to live and atone, but it was denied. On July 22, 2014, after 4 long years awaiting execution, Nguyen Duc Nia was put to death by lethal injection, paying the ultimate price for the horrific crime he committed.